Okay, today is the 19th of May, 2021, and I guess I was on a YouTube page. What was her name? God, now I can't even remember her name. Her name, Lacey Green. And she said, that cancel culture is real, which is something that I believe. And I made a comment: hypocrisy and gaslighting are abuse, and the leftist establishment seems to enable this. And the person, I guess his name, John, hypocrisy is abuse, huh? Hypocritical behavior can also be abusive, but hypocrisy is far from being inherently abusive. I'm not a fan of what's going on with the mainstream or far left, but comments like yours seem to be toxic and tribal. So I asked him a question, and I said, can you give me an example of good hypocrisy or hypocrisy that is not abusive? See, I believe that, those things like hypocrisy and other stuff are abusive. Also got into another conversation with a gentleman, and I talk about the Cold War, and I think to a degree, maybe we are in a perhaps an economic Cold War where the establishment has given in to fanaticism. And someone did comment on a YouTube video. I'm going to check out this comment if you don't mind. I'm going to go look at a comment here. Let me see here. Oh, you know what? I noticed the people that comment on my YouTube channel like to make comments promoting their adult dating sites, which I wish they wouldn't do. It's not something that I really want to promote, and but whatever. Good God! All right, so getting back to my other statement here. So someone called me dramatic, and perhaps I was, about the Cold War, but it seems like there is a lot of hypocrisy out there, and a lot of large and prominent organizations that promote hypocrisy and gaslight as well. And to me, they are forms of abuse, uh, and a lot of people are kind of onto them, but they're not in the mainstream, and they will not allow you to talk. So again, it feels like the unhinged lunatics are controlling. I guess would be controlling the asylum, and the normal the normal rational people are being punished and committed. I've never seen such an upside down society in all of my time. It's really kind of amazing. Um, there's a lot of argument about Palestine and Israel, and the Palestinians have waged a rather effective propaganda war against Israel. And people are hiding how vindictive and how nasty Hamas and the radicals in Palestine can be. I'm not saying that Israel doesn't have their fanatics and their brutes, but it's not a fanatical. I don't think it's. I think it's a far more reasonable nation than just about anywhere in the Middle East. Far more reasonable and rational. Certainly could be wrong, but that's what it seems to me as I examine the facts. And what else are we looking at today? Demi Lovato has gone out as non-binary. I don't even know what that means. These are all new words that are out there. Demi Lovato identifies as non-binary, and pronouns is they, them. Kind of. Well, I guess I don't know. I mean, that I guess is a personal choice. I don't know. I don't. It's a personal choice. I do wish that it wasn't as mainstream as it was, but it is what it is. We're seeing things that are really things that, you know, 20, 30 years ago, you never would have thought would have been mainstream. And social media is pushing one ideology while silencing another. And that is all across the spectrum. They are influencing policy. And these are the fanatics that seem to control the establishment as of now. And I think there are three groups. There are the fanatics, the people who are afraid of the fanatics, and those who push back against the fanatics. But the people who push back against the fanatics are widely crushed, and sometimes by those who are afraid of the fanatics, and they're just basically following orders. I don't know if I mentioned about the ADL. The ADL is against fanaticism in Israel, but they seem to actively side with leftist fanatics here in America. And just the hypocrisy of that organization and the gaslighting that they've done. It's just really, I'm surprised they get the financial backing that they do and the support. But that's the establishment today. The establishment today supports hypocrites. I mean, the biggest kinds of hypocrites and the biggest types of fanatics. At least it looks that way. And we may go further into this. I've had a few issues with the ADL when I've talked to them, and they're just, that group does anger me the most because they're the biggest. They seem like the biggest types of hypocrites and the biggest gaslighters that I've ever seen. I think the SPLC's there too, but yeah. Anyway, this has been Brian with Transparency and Merit. Like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and enjoy the rest of your day or night.